What is going on, guys? This is Miasin. So in the past 2 days, I uploaded 2 different videos covering some pretty bad new cards, as well as some relatively okay-ish new cards, but today is going to be a little different because I'm going to be reviewing what I personally believe are extremely good cards, or at least very good cards, some of them being potentially ban-worthy. We never know. But before this video starts, my man, let me introduce you to 2 beautiful buttons. The first one is the like button, and the second one is the subscribe button. So please do me a favor and smash them real quick right now. And now let's get right into it. So the first card is Double Hooking. Continuous trap card. You can only activate 1 card with this card's name once per turn. A little unfortunate, but it is what it is. Activate this card by discarding 1 card, then target up to 2 monsters in your grave. Special summon them. Reminds you of something? And if any of the targeted monsters leaves the field, destroy this card. If this card leaves the field, destroy the targeted monsters. Alright, okay, so this is basically Call of the Haunted Twin Twister. Like, literally, there's no other better way to, like, describe it. You know how Twin Twister is MST that can destroy 2 cards, well, up to 2 cards, by discarding 1 card? Call of the Haunted only revives back 1 monster with no cost, and this is basically just a twin call. So I just love it. It's really simple, but unlike Twin Twister and unlike Call of the Haunted, it's once per turn. I don't know why this was really necessary. Either way, I really like how this card is, you know, pretty clean. It's kind of like a timeless card, right? It'll always somewhat have a little bit of relevance, but I don't think it's necessarily going to be like super meta impactful right off the bat. I could be wrong. Maybe this card could actually see a lot of play in I don't know what deck could actually benefit off of reviving back 2 monsters. But in the just overall in Yu-Gi-Oh, we've seen Call of the Haunted being pretty good in decks like Satellar Knights, and ironically, we've actually seen support for Satellar Knight very recently, and that deck really loves bouncing back, you know, continuous trap cards so that you can revive back a bunch of monsters again. So maybe this could be nice in like a control build of Satellar, but I doubt it. Either way, I really like I said, the simplicity and the just efficiency of this card. Now, the next card is another great one because, again, today I'm only delivering you guys some fantastic cards. So Albion the Incandescent Dragon, level 8 Light Dragon, 3k25. You need Fallen of Albaz and a light spellcaster monster for this card. So it can be used as a fusion material, which is not a bad thing. I mean, it doesn't really change too much. I guess it makes it so that you can't super poly using this card. You can only use the 2nd and 3rd effect of this card's name once per turn. Your opponent cannot target this card with card effects. And then during your opponent's turn, you can target 2 monsters in the graveyard. Special summon both monsters, 1 on each field. Alright, this is very interesting. And then it reads, if this card is in your graveyard, you can tribute 4 monsters in the extra monster zones and each player's center main monster zone. And if you do special summon this card, what a unique mechanic. Very, very interesting. Okay. By the way, this is an activated effect, so tributing is not a cost. In case you're wondering, this is the colon. So this is the activation, and then the actual effect is tributing. So don't go thinking that you can randomly break like a lot of negates on the field by using the graveyard effect of this card. And also, you need to properly summon this card first, so you can't just foolish it with Mirror Jade and then cheat it out from the graveyard like that. No, no, no. However, it's still relatively easy to summon. You can go Branded Fusion, send Fallen of Albaz, as well as, I don't know, like Jaugen the Spiritualist. I think that's a light spellcaster. And just like that, you can revive back the Jaugen on your opponent's standby phase or draw phase, and they cannot special summon monsters, so that is actually very nice. So you can special summon the Jaugen on your own board, and then another garbage monster on your opponent's board, and since it was summoned that turn, it can go into attack and then attack over the Jaugen. So I already like what this card does. It's very, like I said, simple. I don't think it's necessarily going to change that much, but you know, it also can be targeted with card effects. It probably does a little more than what we can initially give it credit for. So overall, very nice card. Definitely doesn't suck. And now, this card is where it gets a little degenerate. So we have Chaos Angel, level 10 Dark Fiend Synchro, 3,500 attack. My man, you are big. And then 2,800 defense. And the materials are 1 tuner. And then for the non-tuner, it's any light or dark monster. So it's relatively kind of a little bit generic, kind of, but this is where it gets absolutely magnificent. For this card, Synchro Summon, you can treat 1 light or dark monster you control as a tuner. Correct me if I'm wrong, I think I might be mistaken with this, but I think this might only be the 2nd Synchro monster in the history of Yu-Gi-Oh! That can be summoned with 2, like, actual non-tuner monsters. I really could be wrong, though. I know the other one would be Ib, the World Chalice Justiciar, because you can use like an actual World Chalice normal monster as a tuner. But if there's like any other Synchro monster that you can cheat out with like 2 non-tuners, please let me know in the comment section below, because this is just like off of my memory, so I really could be wrong. But imagine summoning this card just by using like, I don't know, 2 lights or 2 darks, or 1 light and 1 dark. They're very reminiscent to like Chaos Dragon Levineer. Well, at the end of the day, it's a Chaos monster, right? It follows the same pattern of synergizing with, well, trying to make the light and dark attributes synergize with each other. That is what the Chaos concept stands for, combining light and darkness. But anyways, if this card is special summon, not Synchro summoned, so you can revive it back from the grave and trigger this effect again. You can target 1 card on the field, banish it. Again, this is remarkably good. You can banish, like, I guess banishing cards on your own field is not really relevant, but yeah, I mean, it's just great. What can I say? And then we've got another effect, because apparently that wasn't enough. This card gains these effects based on the original attributes of the material used for its Synchro summon. So if you're using light monsters, your Synchro monsters you control are unaffected by your opponent's activated monster effects. So 2 things here. First of all, it protects all of your Synchro monsters, not just this one. And also, it only protects you from your opponent's activated monster effects, not like all of them. So Baguska, for example, would still make your opponent go into would still make your monsters go into defense and get their activated effects negated, not their continuous effects. But either way, this actually does win. It does cover you from like most annoying effects. And then we've got Dark. Your monsters cannot be destroyed by battle. So obviously, if you're like unaffected by monster effects and can't be destroyed by battle, you're gonna need very specifically like spells and traps to out this card. And in certain decks, this might actually be too much to ask. So I really like this. This might kind of be the new Crooked Croak, Astral Karibo, garbage bullshit combo, where depending on what deck your opponent is playing, you really just like can Synchro summon this into like defense, and then your opponent just decks out to it because they can't like do anything with their monster effects, and they can't jump over it by battle, so they can straight up just never have a win condition. And every single turn you just apply pressure or you do nothing, and like I said, you just deck them out. So it's something that has happened in the past, so don't laugh. Like the Crooked Croak Astral Karibo really managed to top YCS's and stuff like that. Obviously, it wasn't like a deck that only did that, but you just really tech in like some Astral Karibos and like whatever deck can make some rank 4s. Like, I mean, Shark would actually do it with I think Right Hand Shark or something. And I think ABC did that in YCS Hartford by Matthew Van Den Heuvel, went undefeated in Swiss. And I'm pretty sure he pulled off the combo a few times. So yeah, very, very nice. This card is definitely amazing. And I'm going to be covering this a little more in details in maybe like a short video or like a 2-3 minute video, because I haven't done these kind of videos in a while. I shorts every single day, but 2 to 3 minute videos, not every day. And these cards are also worth covering, as well as this card right there, Fusion Duplication. I think this one is going to be the first one that I cover out of all of them. But anyways, I think I kept the best for last. This card is beyond stupid, honestly. It is Bestial Dispatter, or I don't even know how to pronounce this. But anyways, level 10 Dark Dragon Synchro, 3535. Oh my god. Yo, thick booty and thick something. Anyways, materials, any tuner and 1+ non-tuner dragon monsters. Alright, this is the only bummer. It is a little less generic than the other one. Kind of depends on the situation. But anyways, I guess there is something that... No, actually, I was going to say something stupid. Anyways, you can only use the first and second effect of this card's name once per turn. You can target 1 banished light or dark monster. Special summon it to your field. Can you revive back any banished monster even from your opponent's banished? I'm pretty sure yes, because it doesn't say one of your banished light or dark. So that is actually really freaking insane. You can revive back link monsters because it doesn't say special summon in defense. So, you know, and also it doesn't negate the effect of whatever you're summoning. So that's also really insane. And by the way, it has a second effect, as if that wasn't enough. When your opponent activates a monster effect, quick effect, you can target 1 banished card, shuffle it into the deck, then if you were that card's owner, destroy that monster, and if your opponent was, negate that effect. Like, this is straight up just ridiculous. Like, you're getting back, like, the material that you used to, like, summon this card in the first place, probably, because you're summoning the Bestials, and then you're banishing cards, and then you're summoning this, reviving back the monster, and then your opponent uses a monster effect, you either negate or destroy. It has 3,500 attack and defense. Like, what the hell? This card is insane. Oh my god. I can think of like so many plays already in like dragon decks that could potentially abuse this. The only issue is if it's level 10, then how are you reliably making it with bestial cards? Obviously, there's like, you know, the bestials are level 6, so you'd need a level 4 non-tuner. Sorry, a level 4 tuner. But how are you... Yeah, I mean, maybe if you're using like dragon monsters from like your extra deck, like a Synchro level 8 and then like a tuner level 2, I don't know, but it just... I want to say, if you summon this card, you probably win because it does so much, but the hard part is summoning this card in the first place. Either way, it's just obviously a ridiculous card. This is definitely the kind of card that I'm going to be experimenting with. And same thing with this card. I just absolutely love it. This card, I think, is probably the worst out of the bunch, and this card is also not, I want to say the best, but it's still really cool. So this card, like I said, is very timeless. It's probably going to see play until forever because of how classic and simple the effect is. Just like Twin Twister, it never was bad since its printing in 2015, I believe, from Breakers of Shadow. But that's pretty much it for this video. Thank you guys so much for watching. Don't forget to like and subscribe, and I'll see you guys very soon. Peace.